You guys, Strokers, have a song called New York City Cops, right?
Yes.
What do you think about that incident regarding a New York City cop recently, the guy who got hammered at that strip club and then killed people drinking, driving on the way home?
I don't know. We haven't been in New York in a while. We've been touring, and I didn't hear about that.
And that's a terrible thing that happened. What about your cop experiences?
Well, we've all had like little experiences like here and there, but I don't think that song really like talks about any incident in particular.
It was sort of, the song was more meant like a story, and then when it came time to the chorus, that was the only part that I always thought was so, like the one like poppy, like true like poppy like thing, and I kept saying like I want to like let's kick it out, fuck it, it's too much. At the end, I just, as a joke, I was just singing that, and it sounded cool, and it made sense for the song, and so that's how it came to be.
Come on, Strokers, give me some New York. Give me some New York cop stories. I want some cop stories.
I don't have any.
I don't want to like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to like go back to New York and be like fucking harassed by cops. You know what I mean?
Okay, give me some good food stories, or Julian of the Strokes. Food stories. Papaya King. Have you been to Papaya King at all? The hot dog place.
Yes, I have. They have good hot dogs.
Okay, how about some other plugs there for some New York City eating establishments and all, Nick?
The thing about New York City is that, like, it's like food is just like, you know, like junk food especially is very easily accessible. You know, so a lot of the time you just, you know, you go eat McDonald's or something.
Come on, a name. Papaya King. Kanish, please. Food, hints.
I don't know. I think that.
That's why people make all these rumors about you, because they don't know the real you. Now tell me about the real you. You're mad that people are asking about the real you. Where do you like to eat?
Where do I like to eat? I don't know. I like to. I don't know. You buy shit from the grocery store, or you just, I don't know, or you buy pizza, or you buy McDonald's. I don't know. That's
Badly in New York. That's what's cool about New York, is that I think the restaurant business is so competitive that everything is just like good. Like no matter, just walk into a random restaurant, like it's gonna be fucking amazing.
I mean, actually, I don't eat McDonald's now, but I'm just talking about before we left New York, before this whole circus started.
What does New York create?
Give me a second.
The thing is that there's so many different kind of.
Creates the Strokes.
Well, yeah, that's it.
The ants, like you already have fixed answers that you're looking for.
I was just kind of hoping you'd fill in the blanks to make this a bit easier, if you know what I mean there, Julian. No, what does New York City actually create?
I think it's a lot of different people, like right next to each other, that are culturally very different, and it creates a lot of like, obviously all the negative things are like a little more like, you know, hush hush yet obvious, but then at the same time you realize that like if you meet the right people, like, you know, there's like cool people, and like if you meet the right people in any kind of crowd you run in, then like there's always like good ones, and it's like for me it was all about finding the right people, and like I don't know, you find and you can have fun there, but if you know if that's not the case, then it's not. It can be a bad experience. I don't know. It's so varied that a statement that I say, so many different situations in that city that like you cannot summarize it like in a you know, rock and roll interview like this.
Thank you for making an attempt at that. I do appreciate that. And winding up here with Nick and Julian of the rock and roll band, the
Strokes.
The Strokes. I understand, Nick and Julian of the Strokes, that Lou Reed actually met you guys.
Actually, I don't think he would remember, because he was signing books. I remember we were in a bar, I think, and like someone said Lou Reed is signing books in Barnes and Nobles, so we just sort of went there.
I thought you were at the premiere of Blow, buying popcorn.
That was where I met Lou Reed.
Oh, two different Lou Reed meetings.
Julian met Lou Reed at Barnes & Noble signing books, and I met Lou Reed at the movie theater. How'd you hear that I met him at the movie theater, man? I never even told that to anybody.
It's all in the press, man. Julian, your story?
Oh, right, yeah, and it was over, and he was leaving with like his posse around him, and I don't know, I was with Nikolai, I think, or Albert, I can't remember, and we were just like, dude, man, you go up to him, like, say something. Like, you don't know what to say. He looked so intimidating, that guy. I just grabbed one of his books off the rack and said, like, you know, can you please, like, I don't know, it's a longer story, it's not very interesting, but it was just basically, like, meeting a guy and having him sign a book, and it was really cool and weird, and it was funny. Actually, he signed it, I have it in my house now. It's a Lou Reed like lyric book signed to the Strokes is pretty cool.
That should have been the album cover, not the Zoso thing there, Nick.
So
You haven't even seen that thing, dude. You haven't even seen it.
Okay, I was joking. Baboom! Lou Reed, Julian, likes to tape shows, I heard. Julian and Nick at the Strokes. I heard that Lou Reed likes to tape shows secretly, go into shows and tape them for ideas. Are you worried he might steal some ideas from you at all?
No, I think that that's the way art should progress.
Have you guys ever met Handsome Dick Manitoba, or played his bar, or been in his bar at all?
I've been in Manitoba's. I've never met Handsome Dick or played at Manitoba's. No, we never played there.
No, yeah, same.
I don't. It's not really like one of the best venues in New York. It's like sort of a cool hip place, but like as far as like trying to like, I don't know, like get a fan base or whatever. It's like it's sort of like filled with like a bunch of locals, you know.
Because in New York City, there aren't that many all-ages venues left, are there? Like the Wetlands is closing. Hardly anybody goes to like ABC No Rio. What's there to do for the all-ages set? You guys are very young yourselves. Like, how old are you?
22.
How old are you?
20.
So what did you do when you were younger? It's really hard for the New York scene all-ages thing, isn't it?
Fake ID.
How hard was that?
Pretty easy.
Just get one you just get one, you know. There's different places, you know. You get like a cheap one for like, you know, $10.
Use my older sister's driver's license.
Baboom! How about sneaking people into gigs? Don't the Strokes help sneak a lot of people into gigs? I read a bit about that on the internet.
But we try, you know. It's like if someone doesn't have ID, like I try to like look for someone that looks a little bit like them, and like, you know, just give it to him. I mean, I use that trick all the time with him. He's 20, you know. It's like if they card us and he doesn't have ID that day, I'm like, I'll be right back, or I walk out and I just give it to him, and I'm like, thanks, and I walk back in, and then 10 minutes later he's like,
Giving away our secrets, man.
oh, I'm just whatever. It's not a secret. It's just the way, I don't know.
Julian and Nick of the Strokes. There's television. There's the Velvet Underground. There's Space Hog. But, you know, there's one New York band that never gets the props they deserve. The Devil Dogs. Do you guys remember the Devil Dogs at all, Julian?
Sorry, buddy. I never was like a big Devils. I don't like know that much about them.
Like mid-90s, early 90s rock and roll band, the Devil Dogs?
Never heard of them.
No, I was like 11. I don't know.
I'm crushed. The Devil Dogs. What about the Mooney Suzuki?
I like the Mooney Suzuki. They're friends of ours. They're really cool.
So what do you think is going to happen to them? Are they going to give up when they see how successful you are?
No, I don't think so. I think that maybe, you know, maybe they'll be helped out.
What?
Like, I hope that people, like, I don't know, if they see that like we're gaining a small amount of success, like in certain places we go, I hope people get like motivated to like, you know, work hard themselves and do something worthwhile themselves. You know, like at a point like in New York when we would play, like the Mooney Suzuki was 10 times more popular than we were, and we like sort of like, wow, like we got to get to the level where the Mooney Suzuki is and like start like playing these packed shows. And then I don't know, we just like worked really hard and ended up like doing it and sort of going even further than that, and you know, hopefully going even further than we are now.